All right, we're definitely not keeping that.
Why not?
Because it's gross. So, hello, welcome to another week. Welcome to the Stuck in the Middle podcast. Hey, yo. You already know what it is. It's up and it's stuck every week.
Every damn week.
Every
You know
week,
what it is.
man. You know what it is. Before we do anything, it's +1 on all the plats. You already know the vibes. We don't do nothing before we join the family. You have to be a sim to make this thing work. And the easiest way to do that, double punch that sub button. Double punch is crazy.
Yeah, TV timeout.
TV timeout. We need it though. And by that, I just mean hit the allow notifications for all. That way, when we drop something new, you get it.
Yeah.
Simple and plain.
Know when we go.
You know what it is. I keep the fan with me. I keep the fan with me. What's up, Jay Work? Hi, Air Fred.
What up? What up? Jay Work, hire Fred.
Feeling that? B-Wood, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, we'll be with Cooks for the win. Hey, I love you, Stuckies. I love you.
Okay.
We're back.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. It's B-Wood Cooks. Oh my gosh.
His voice for everybody else is always the same. Be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Valley Girl voice, but it's for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same person
He could
for
be
everybody.
talking about some sort of like Italian big cook or something. He gonna be like, oh my god. Oh.
Speaking of, the resident unicorn.
the resident unicorn.
That's going to be Corey's Corner.
What's up, everybody? If you don't know, my name's Corey. Go by Corey's Corner. So shout out to y'all. Thankful to be here today.
Well,
That's
you
right.
getting
That's
sexy
right.
for him. Hey, God. Hey, it's Corey.
Hey, what's up? It's
Hey, don't
Corey.
worry about that. It might
Hey,
be
hey,
a couple of Corey's Corner fans out there that want to.
Hey.
Hey. She know the vibes.
She know the
She know
Hey,
the
since
vibes.
we're putting on our Keith Solis voice,
Yeah.
Quiet Storm,
Quiet Storm.
105.
Bro, whoa, I haven't heard Quiet Storm in a minute.
Well, my name is Matt. You can follow me on the official social cue.
No, time out. All right. What's your Quiet Storm voice?
I don't have one.
Try it right now.
Come on,
You got
man.
it.
I
You
went
immediately
full-
shut it down without even.
I went
I don't
full
look
commit.
because you came from me. I don't have
I
one.
went full commit.
Give us the
voice.
I don't know, bro. I really don't have it.
That can't be it. That
Guys,
can't be
it's
it.
Stuckies. It's because he's on the
Look.
spot right now. That's
Yeah,
it.
it is. It's because I'm on the spot. So my Quiet Storm voice is, I'll be quiet. I'm the one changing the microphone and doing the volumes in the background.
Okay, I'll try.
Come on, B-Wood.
Hey, baby. What you That's not. Hey, come on. Hey, you Stuckies. What? It's okay.
Why you
It's because I've been doing a lot of videos and a lot of salt going
All right,
down
3,
the
2,
throat.
1.
Pause. Hey, baby. I just want to tell you how much I stuck on you. Oh, that's not good. That's not sexy. baby, I'm stuck.
That might have worked. Okay, so
Let me try
I
that
gotta
in
hear
the
yours.
podcast.
one more time.
I won't give you my Quiet Storm, but I'll tell you what I do.
What?
Do. Ha 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 ha. This is a bit. I live my life in bits. Ask Katie. Anytime we're in a car and a song actually goes to completion, because sometimes, we get to the end of the song and just go to the next one.
Of course.
If the song actually goes to completion and that little 5 seconds before it gets to the next song,
Yeah.
I always go, that was Drake and Rihanna with The Jam here on The Jam 106.3. And she's always like, you're an idiot. Whoever sings the song, I like, how the radios be doing. So
Yeah.
that's my
Which,
little-
by the way, shout out to radios that you're still listening to.
yeah.
There are people still listening to you guys out there, radio signal.
I don't think it's fair that I had to put myself out there. Come on. Y'all got to do the
What you
voice.
mean?
Y'all got to do the voice.
I already gave mine.
This-
I
What
jumped
was
it
your,
off.
do it one more time. What
This
was it?
is the
I
Quiet
said,
Storm.
hello, everyone. This is Matt.
Oh,
Official social cues.
It ain't gotta be deep. It just gotta be smooth. You know
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying?
No, but this is all I got. So I mean,
This is all I got.
That's all I
What
got.
more do you want from me?
I know what it is, man. That's what I'm saying. We need this engagement all the time. YouTube is still trucking. Thank y'all for the people that really is just kind of showing up for us every week.
Appreciate
We had a
y'all.
lot of movement this past couple weeks, and we need more of that. Again, every single week you can come here to get unstuck with us. We have a lot of just really hilarious takes on pop culture. Also, we try to make sure that we incorporate you on every single episode. So if you guys keep reaching out to us, which thank you, you've been doing a beautiful job of that.
Yes.
Again, hit the sub button, double punch, and let us know your stucky situation. If you give us your stucky situation, we will talk about it.
Yeah,
Like we
talk
finna
about
do
you.
right
Talk
now.
about it.
Stucky
And what a segue.
situation.
One more time.
Yes, sir. One more time. Hit it.
Stucky situation. Nah, I need you to be at the situation.
Oh, you want me to go?
Okay, one more time. Okay, we got to work on this.
Stucky situations.
One more time. Oh, one more time.
That was fire.
That was
That was
kind
fire.
of okay,
Nah,
but
bro,
No, that was it. We gotta leave it. Let's go.
okay,
Let's go.
okay, we got to leave.
You can't give
Let's
them
go.
vocals.
a
First
hit.
off, the fact that I just did that, knowing I'm terrified.
Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's fine.
All right, so shout out to the submission, and I'll obviously give them. This is submitted by Birds the Word.
Bird.
Birds the Word. Okay.
Bird.
So, dear Stucky, I need advice. I was in a relationship for a little over 4 years. My ex and I lived together, and I thought we were going to get married. Probably because he kept telling me he was going to propose soon. Anyways,
Yikes.
right? I don't know if I like the preamble. Like I'm
Hey.
going to do right.
Yeah, we'll move
Let
on.
me finish.
Yeah,
All right.
finish.
Let's come back.
All right. So in March, it's on the President's Day trip for work in Cabo. And he
Hey.
broke up with me and left me in Cabo.
Ooh.
Like I came to our room and his bags were packed and he said, "I'm leaving."
On a jet plane.
Hey, not a bad place to be left,
Right?
though. Not finna lie to you.
Cabo is nice. All right. So after that, I had the week to move out of our shared apartment. I took that week to be really sad. And then the next day I moved out for good and decided I was over it. Going no contact, I realized I was going to be so much happier with someone else, and it really helped. With the new freedom I had, I decided I was going to travel and live in different places this summer.
Mm.
My dog and I took off and lived in Washington, Oregon, Utah, and Florida.
Dang.
No,
You was
all over the world.
You
Big
was
money.
lit, man.
Big money.
Coast to coast.
I just need a dollar. I just want a dollar.
With the
Penthouse on
fancy
both
cars.
coasts.
Yeah, that
Hey,
jam, bro.
women in
Anyway,
caviar.
Hey.
it was the
Okay,
best
Stucky, sorry.
time, right?
Oh, yeah,
It was the best time, right? You Stucky, sorry. During that time, I was able to find out who I am and what I want in a partner. And now I'm actively dating.
Shout out.
I've been on a few first dates, and they were all awful, besides this last one. Now that we're planning a second date, I have a question.
Hey, get unstuck.
I've never really dated, so this is brand new territory for me, but it's fun. Now for my question.
Oh, okay.
When going on dates and getting to know someone, at what point do I offer to pick up the tab? How many dates in?
It's a different.
Is there a rule?
It's a different breed.
What do I do?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is a girl?
Yes, this is
Okay,
a girl.
Okay, I'm like, wait
Okay.
a minute.
She obviously got her own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got
She
to.
got big money.
Oh,
Big
but
cash.
you know, hold on.
Yeah.
Before we finish, let me finish her
Oh, I'm sorry.
statement,
my
right?
bad, my bad.
Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome.
Oh.
Okay.
And
She said about us.
yeah,
Yes.
Okay,
Stucky
turn up.
she said we awesome, bro.
Turn
And
up.
P.S. And this how I love that, you know, they're watching and they're paying attention. P.S. to the person who wrote the first question. So this is MC Snipes.
Oh, my
No,
boy
no, no,
Swipes.
this is
Nah,
episode
Swipes.
1.
This episode 1?
Yeah, the first question was episode 1. So it wouldn't be MC Snipes.
Sarah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, whatever.
Sarah.
We came up with
Sarah.
Sarah. Like,
Giants
Sarah.
girl.
This is
Giants
Jane
girl.
Doe, but this
Right.
is Sarah.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
Got it.
okay.
Oh, the first question. Duh, makes sense. Anyway, P.S. to the first person who P.S. to the person who wrote the first question. Reach out to me. I think I can really relate to what you're going through.
Ooh.
So,
Connections.
Sarah, if you hear that,
One
reach
sim to
out.
another sim.
You see what our platform's doing
Send
already?
us-
Yes.
I'm saying,
Connecting.
Sim family.
Connection.
for real.
We all want to win.
Thank
We
you for the submission.
We just want to win.
Yeah.
Get unstuck.
All right, let's break this down.
All
How
right,
we-
so
much.
all of
Let's
that
answer
you
some of
just
her
heard,
questions. Yeah.
all of that you just heard. The first question was, you know, she's talking about she's about to go on the second date.
Yeah.
At what point does she offer to pick up the tab? That's the first question.
Can I ask before somebody go?
Yeah.
Do we have to care about any at the beginning?
No, I think the beginning just gave us context into
lot of
where
Just
she's
let
at
us
now.
know that
Yeah,
she got money.
Where she's
Right.
at
No,
in
no,
life.
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
No.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
say money. I just
Yeah,
think that
it's just like where
like
she's at in life.
yeah, because you getting the context of knowing that she was with somebody for 4 years. She thought they were gonna get married, and then they broke up, and then she went on her little single thing.
Okay,
for- that gives context in the now and
She's
how
trying
she
to
should
get us
proceed,
to
right?
understand why this is difficult for her to do.
I
You know what I'm
thought she
saying?
was trying to
Yeah,
show me that she
Makes
her money
sense now.
longer than mine.
Nah, no.
That too.
Okay, I
That
do
too. I
believe
think.
You know, it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to speak first because I'm gonna fire her. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm on
black
your
and
team.
white.
I'm on
Black
your
and
team.
white.
This is what I would say.
Yeah.
At what point do I offer to pick up the tab? First off, it was date 1 is when you offer. If we talking
Ooh.
about just offering,
That's a bar.
it's date 1. Here's why. Now, if you offer, he should be like, "Oh, that's sweet, but there's no way I'm letting you pay." Right?
no.
But we're playing the game.
That's
Right? You got to play the game.
Show up.
This is the game.
Yeah.
So you offer, and then I say, "That's sweet. Thank you for offering." That also lets me know as a man, you don't need me. You want
right.
me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need me. So it's a little subtle way of saying, hey, if you don't got it, don't even worry about it. I got my own. I'm checking to see what you gonna do. You gonna take care of me or not?
Come on now.
So you offer the first date, or just sooner than later. You go on a second date, offer it. if you start getting a little more serious, okay?
Yeah.
Then we start talking about, we can get into the whole 50-50 split.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a different conversation.
I'm,
But if we're
I'm
just
sitting
talking
here
about offering, do that.
I'm
Go
sitting
ahead.
here thinking that like in today's world, with equality and everything else being a factor, like I've seen a lot of videos, especially on TikTok, about women who say like, I'd rather split it that way. People don't think that I'm a gold digger, right? And if I don't like it on that date, then I paid my tab and then we're done. But like I've seen a lot of TikTokers say, hey, you just out here to get a free meal. You didn't like me anyway, blah, blah, blah. A lot of the women are saying that this is what the men said about them. And it was really like, you offered to pay, I do it, right? So a lot of women are saying, you know what? I'll pay my side, and if things don't work out, cool. I pay for my tab, it's good to go. Then if dates continue, you keep going, you figure out what that split looks like. Obviously, that's a discussion thing, communication, which we've been talking about from day one. But like at the end of the day, at what point do you offer? Offering should be automatic, off top. But do not make that like just like casual. Like I'm offering because I need to offer, but I'm never going to pay.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you stunned if you saying that.
Yeah.
Well, but a lot of people do that. A lot of people want to be so cute.
Some different women.
Algorithm is algorithming, but like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with splitting 50-50.
Yeah.
But you talked about the offer. The offer can always be there.
Yeah.
And I remember the video about 50 Cent said, who was the person who decided to go out on the date? That's the person who paid.
That's what I was about to say right there. Like,
go ahead.
Who initiated the date? Because if I ask you to go on a date and you bring it up, I might hit you with the old word offensive. I mean, come on. I'll take you on a date. I say, hey, let's go to Cheesecake Factory.
We'll talk, we'll talk about that. But
sensitive.
You know what I mean? But come on. I mean, and you say like the tab come up, it's $90. Now, it'll probably be $120 at Cheesecake. But anyway, the tab
what you eating that cheesecake that costs $120?
Hey, cheesecake's about 20.
You eating a whole cheesecake?
One slice about $20.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, you get one slice for both, that's 40, right?
What'd you say?
Where's the 60
math
plus?
ain't mathing, bro.
We're gonna indulge in some lifties.
Hey, we're eating with birds the word. We gotta spend
Hey,
it.
them cheesecakes last time I tell you, they about 20. You feel
Yeah,
me?
we gotta fuel up. We heading to Utah.
No, but seriously, on some real stuff, man, honestly, I gotta be black and white on this one. When did it change in the world anyway? We'll just go off history. When did it start like becoming a thing where women even start paying on dates anyway?
When women became more prevalent in the workforce.
Yeah. Okay, bet. So, hey, you got the bread. I'm black and white. You want to pay? Didn't say it.
Yeah.
You want to pay? And the funny thing is, I'm gonna let you pay.
That was the point I was running to. I was waiting because I feel like all of us are going down that path of saying a similar thing. So I'm gonna try a little bit different approach. I'm gonna say, I'll give you a little bit deeper step. If you're gonna make the move, be prepared if he says, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Lobsters,
what is that going to do for you?
Wines.
Yeah, what is that going to do for you? And then now we have a different conversation because, we could easily wait.
He got to hit the, and we role playing, he got to hit the, ask me, right? You want to, your bird's the word, ask me.
Yeah, I mean, should I think I should pay, what do you think?
Oh.
No, I got it.
Oh.
Are you sure? Because I mean, I think
no, I'm sure about if you want to, that's fine. Like I can pay for this.
Yeah, it's fine. I work.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's how it should go, right?
But why do we have to play the game?
No, but
like when you ask me once, you throw it out there.
No.
Lobsters,
Let me tell you
steaks,
why.
shrimps. Hey, bring it out of here. I need those appetizers.
Matt put me on this, bro. Matt put me on this a long time ago. A wise word from a decent man. Matt, we were talking about sports rules and how I think it's unwritten rules in baseball are just stupid, right? They're like, they're dumb.
Whoa. Shout out to Rangers.
But then Matt was like, oh yeah, shout out to the Rangers.
Baby.
But Matt was like, bro, listen, this is how you have to, this is something you got to recognize about life. There are rules and there are what people do.
Facts.
Whether you like them or not, this is what the people are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't play the game, that's fine. You don't have to play the game.
Go over there.
Your pool of women went down to this if you don't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So as much as we want to say that we're kind of out of a traditional world when it comes to dating, we really are not. Mm-hmm. If we're strictly talking about the heterosexual normative dating relationship, right? Mm-hmm. We're really not outside of that. Though there are some things, and maybe we'll talk about the cheesecake factories and stuff later. If you ask me, if you offer as a man, right? I have to say are you sure? Like, I got it. Are you sure? Before you insist, and then I can say, okay. And I might even halfway through dinner be like, you sure you got this?
Yeah. I just think that we know the rules. We know the rules, and just in case, again, people are trying to get unstuck when they come here, so we can't just always talk about, just kind of taking the trajectory and turning it a different way without giving some game.
Get them unstuck, baby.
You gotta give them a little unstuck. So here's the unstuck part. Be careful what you wish for, because we are not 120 pounds.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so I know the game is so this is just something that you do for etiquette in the corporate space. When you guys go out to dinner,
100%.
lunch, whatever,
Drop
listen
it.
to this rule, okay? Whatever the person's doing in terms of paying, you never order first. You let the person order who's paying for the meal, and then never go over 30% of whatever that total is.
100%.
So if it's $90, you're not spending more than $30 on your entire ticket. Now, that's etiquette. Now, as a woman, understand, if I'm hearing, and I'm not at a corporate space, I'm just with my woman, and I want to eat and I want to feel good, and you're okay with taking care of me, and I say, okay, fine, I would like to get a steak. You got to be okay with that L, because we have to be we'd have to be okay with that L when you hit us with the lobster and the.
Or the 4 trays of oysters.
Again, I'm not encouraging every time. Like, okay, when you're in a relationship, that's a little different. I mean, Bird, we're talking about you being on dates.
Dates.
I want to make sure we're cleaning this up. This is people in the pool.
Yeah.
Understand me? So just be ready if you say what you're saying for that boy to be like, all right, you got it?
Right.
Let me go ahead and get that porterhouse.
But also be ready to have that statement and not judge them for that.
Yeah, that's where I was about to get at. As a
like,
man, you're setting yourself up right there. Like, it is a catch-22, because
that's big time.
It really don't matter at that point, but she go, because you already got the food, but she gonna go to her homegirl in the appetizer.
100% in a group chat.
She gonna go to her, oh my God,
Oh, there's no second date.
Like, come on,
there's no second date.
You're done.
But,
so
but I'm just telling you that's
to Corey's point. Yeah, to Corey's point, you're right. You do have to play the game.
You got to play the game, bro. You got to play the game. It's the
have
unfortunate life that we live in.
There's guys out there that would allow that.
So there's a whole back end. Because she's flaming your ass in that group.
Right.
Remember those saved texts from earlier? Hey, she's sending them.
She just sending the meat emoji to her homegirl, just a steak. Oh yeah, he bought it. Yeah, he bought it.
It's a steak, then it's an egg, then it's
or they send that man that say, he got money.
Yeah, he got some heart.
Yeah, Quinta on fire.
Yeah, that's the rule. I think you offer. But be serious about your offer. I think you would be sincere, not serious. Be sincere about your offer. Mm-hmm. But I think any upstanding man is going to at the beginning contest your offer. Yeah. And if you insist, then okay, all right, you got it. Because whatever it may be, you also have to take into account. If you're really thinking about a guy, let's talk about egos here.
Man.
Let's talk about egos here.
Yeah, that's tough.
What are you looking for? Because if you're looking for one of them high earner, high achievers.
Oh yeah,
you're not paying for that. Mm-mm. They're not gonna let you pay for that. And if you want to pay for that, they're gonna take the card from you so that they can hand it to the person.
Or, in my experience, I learned this from one of my friends. Man, shout out to Sam, by the way. I know he's social media.
Sam,
he's completely social media. He's one of them guys that's like zero dark since 2013. But he taught me this: you order, and as soon as you order, you just pay.
Oh, okay.
As soon as you order, you just pay. So that's some different levels. So you get up to go looking for it, which it's already. So there's no argument, right? Yeah. But so I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's
that's G. I do know some women that would be upset at that. I ain't gonna cap. I do know.
I think if you really this is where intentions play.
Right.
If your intentions as a woman is to just really just be innocent, just try to help, whatever, you don't care how he feels anyway, black and white. You don't. Because your intentions is love. I'm just trying to be whatever. If he feels a certain type of way, then that's not your guy.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That was your first sign right there. Boom. That's why for me, I'm black and white intentions. Yeah. I'm just trying to pay this little payment. You know what I mean? I don't care how much you make. I just want to show you that I'm an independent woman. Whatever. Leave with intentions. Go in there. You don't care what he feels. If you go to that steak place and it's $150 tab, you're like, hey, let me go ahead and take care of this thing, and he gets offended, because that's gonna be me. F me. What Jeremy say last week? F-U-C-K me. You know what I mean? You already know what it is.
I'm pretty sure we have
F-U-Seek Amy, bro.
Oh, it's not? No, it's not F-U-C-K me?
Hey, but I tell you,
Oh, it's not really?
No,
If you seek Amy, I mean it is, but it's a play on the word.
Brittany, you play me.
Y'all see what she
She
posted
did,
today?
but that's what she did it for.
Yeah, on purpose.
She had them cheeks out today.
But I'll tell you,
Wait,
listen. Listen,
I
told
love
you.
B Spears.
Brittany, I love you.
I've been listening to B Spears all week.
Instagram follow all time, bro. I love B Spears content.
Yeah.
Nice,
she's
bro.
great.
Nice with it.
So since we start, we talking about these restaurants. First of all, we mentioned Cheesecake Factory because y'all already know what it is. There's a big super duper list that we're going to talk about for Stuck and Stupid. You know, Stuck and Stupid is when a person, place, or thing finds themselves in a stuck and stupid situation. Now, there's this big freaking list.
Crazy.
The list is, okay, they asked some women to give a list of places they wouldn't go on the first date. This is why the story that we led you with Stucky's is just so great.
Yeah, this is
Because it just comes right to this is just perfect. Now we're gonna read this list. I mentioned Cheesecake Factory because that was number one. That's the first of all, yo, I'm a cheap NIGG. I'm cheap. Cheesecake Factory big time to me.
But okay, you know what it sparked from, right?
Well, okay, yeah. Put us on inside.
This
real quick.
sparked from this guy was taking this woman out and on the first date.
Yep.
He'd actually had reservations to a place, but she made them late, so they missed the reservation. So he pulled up at Cheesecake Factory. He got the car. She would not get out. She was like, "You're not."
Oh
gonna take me
yeah,
out."
I did see that.
Yeah, she went on live.
Yeah, I
with
did see that.
And he was being nice about it too. He was, hey, because he better than me, dog. I'd have went
Period,
inside
bro.
and
I
ate.
saw that video. I was like,
I'd have went
fired
inside
her
and ate, and I'm like, "You gonna die in this car? Call an Uber."
Whoa.
I wouldn't even have
one
took
of
her
the
back
two,
home
bro.
low key.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, now Stucky. Okay, we got a list. Now these are top. I'm gonna give you the top 10. First of all, y'all gave out 50. Y'all got 50 places that y'all wouldn't want us
That's
to
wild.
take
We
you.
can talk about that, but that's wild. That's wild. Go ahead.
We can't take you anywhere.
Run through the list,
Okay,
bro.
so the top 10 places that women don't want us to take them Stuckies. If you're men, they don't want us to take them there on first date. Listen, number one is Cheesecake Factory. This is wild.
Crazy.
You're
Should be
wild.
wiped off the list.
Number 2, Applebee's.
No,
Okay,
you shouldn't
that's
be going
number
to Applebee's anyway.
Yeah, that's number one. That should be
Applebee's
number
should be
one.
off
the
the
Long
face of
Island
the
iced
earth.
teas are crazy. She'll go crazy off them. Whoa, not no. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, we can get tipsy. Like,
Yo,
I'm sorry for everything I said. Oh, that was my 105.7.
Long
Sorry for
Island
everything.
iced teas are not Applebee's and not belong on the face of this earth.
Hey.
Okay. Number
You
3.
didn't know it.
Number three, the most legendary 2 for $20 all times, Chili's. Now that I get that. That's
3 for
cheap.
me. 3 for me.
Number 4, Chipotle.
No, they all got to go. All those stay there.
The Rice Bowl 20.
No, but all those.
Okay.
All those stay there.
Number 5, Olive Garden.
That's where it gets tricky.
Okay.
Yeah, there's levels.
Number 6, the movies.
That's trash,
That's
bro.
trash.
No. Somebody said, I think it was Charlamagne the God. They made a good point. I think it was Breakfast Club or.
Because you're not
whatever.
getting to know somebody. Like
Yeah, you don't get to talk.
But here's the thing.
Yes, you do.
It's
Why?
not about necessarily.
You can't talk in the movie.
You can talk.
No. Meaning you can get to learn about them
Yes.
from what they like in the movie.
First off, you got to get to the movie, right?
Yeah.
You got to get to the movie.
Press next
The
podcast
point
on.
of going to the movies for a date is that you're both enjoying one thing together.
Yeah.
There's proximity. There are times where I play video games where I just want Katie in the room just to read the book.
That's right.
Ooh.
I don't want. I want to feel her presence.
That's love, boy.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Okay, that's real. That's
Then
real.
what about after the movie?
Right.
We chopping up.
Because we're never just going to the movies.
Then you have to see what kind of candy they're gonna buy too.
All of that.
Because you get with the popcorn, you can't pair.
Sense.
Yeah.
And time out.
You reach for the.
You got to pay for
Red
the movie
Twine's
ticket,
illegal.
right?
That's expensive.
Concession is crazy. That's $50 off top unless you got
Yeah.
Cinemark. Shout out to Cinemark.
How much was the
Wow.
movie?
Shout out to Cinemark.
How much was the movie last week or Tuesday? Like how much was the average movie ticket?
Oh,
we're
free
talking
for me
elite.
because I'm.
Oh, you
married.
free?
10
Like,
to 15. 10 to 15.
Yeah, 10 to 15.
$10 to $15 for a movie ticket?
So two people
And
go
this
on
is
my
not-
$25
A
to
bucket
$30.
of popcorn and soda is like $25.
AMC
25.
Cinemark. I love you, but you're wild.
Get the candy on top,
AMC
bro.
is more expensive.
Bro,
I'm
I
gonna
put
say
like this. I went to a movie theater last night for trivia, and we got a bag of Reese's Pieces and a medium popcorn, boy. Bitch was $16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all did Press Next trivia.
Oh God, no, we went, I would love to do
I'm about to
that.
say, hey, y'all make sure y'all hear Press Next. Stop playing.
Yeah, no, I would love to do that. We went and did a Halloween movie trivia thing. We won. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, was it movies?
No, so it was supposed to be movies. It ended up just being Halloween
I
themed.
say if it's
Some of the
movies,
stuff
y'all
was movie
kill
stuff.
these boys out here.
No, we killed
Stop
them.
playing.
Anyway, go ahead. So
okay,
the movies.
okay. So the movies. Then 7's your house. First of all, that's number 1.
a
We
little
definitely
cheap.
going to have.
That's up
Yeah,
there.
that can go
That's
out.
up there
That
with
can
the
go
top
out.
5.
Yeah.
What if we cook for him? Okay.
I'm about to say, unless you're a private chef or a chef,
No,
like,
We will
th-
cook.
I
still wouldn't
not
do
I'm
today's
guilty
world.
of that one.
Not
Trust me, it
today's
was a
world,
bad
bro.
look.
I still
Okay.
wouldn't do
Not
that.
today's
Okay.
world.
Number 8. Any fast food chain.
Okay, that's easy.
Okay. Nah, McDonald's legend. Okay.
I met my wife at Wendy's though. Go ahead.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
B-Dubs don't need to belong on the
This
mother-
one hurt. This one, you know, this one hurt
Yeah,
me.
this one hurt.
Wingstop.
They got
that.
Hey, no cap, they got the best tenders in the game right now.
Hey, and that's $50 for a family.
So the question is,
That's
the
more than
question
that.
is the list stuck and stupid? And I know that's kind of broad.
Bro, they
And you
talk
know where
about
we're trying to get
ice
at.
cream dates,
Ice cream dates
Yeah,
are
coffee
great, bro.
dates.
Oh, y'all going deep on the list. I just
Family
did 10. They going all the way to
functions.
20 now.
Okay, but wait,
first
but
off,
Oh, wait,
who's
keep going.
taking
I got
somebody?
family function for the first date is wild.
Yes.
Hey, hold
All
on.
right, I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's because I'm offended because a lot of these happen in my life, and I'm feeling like
Well, I took Katie bowling my first date.
That's what I'm saying.
Denny's or IHOP? Can I see it on the list? Which one y'all got?
I gotta go IHOP.
Oh, IHOP is
Denny-
top tier.
Bro, if you take
Period.
somebody at Denny's, you hate them. It's 100%.
Denny's and I'll say it, Waffle House.
Come on, bro.
Nah,
No.
I'm
No.
almost
There
walked
will
off the set.
never,
I almost walked off the
ever,
set.
know our target audience?
ever be any Waffle House slander in this
Thank
house.
you.
you
I
know
almost walked
I
off the
literally,
set.
I will fight anybody over some.
The Grand
Waffle
Slam
House.
is-
I don't care.
Bro,
Is it the All-Star Grand Slam?
Russell Wilson just took Sierra, rented out the whole Waffle House.
I saw that.
It's
And-
major.
And she said it was top
'Cause
tier.
nobody
gift.
else was there.
Top
No,
tier.
no.
She
Oh,
said
oh,
top
oh.
tier
Top
gift
tier
of
gift.
all time.
Nobody
bro.
else
I need an all-star. I need
tried to get
blueberry
them to-
waffle. I need a I don't even know, scattered
Bro,
chunks.
sausage, egg, and cheese bowl with an extra
I hit
egg
the
and a
D.
peanut butter waffle. I tried to get them to
Peanut
cater the
butter.
wedding.
Yeah, first of all, you look
I
like
wanted
Denzel
Waffle House to
when
cater
you
the
do
wedding,
that.
bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
Denzel.
Katie would have been pissed.
guarantee it.
But wait. This is crazy.
No, they got Waffle House up there.
Yeah, we're gonna skip it. We don't do Waffle House.
Sports
later.
event? You know how much sport event costs?
Yeah, that's
That's what I'm
ridiculous.
saying. I'm
That's
taking you to
major.
the game.
That's major.
I'm elite.
Yeah, that's major.
But first of all, this is what I'm
I'm
trying to say
sitting
the
in
whole
the
time.
nosebleed at
But
the
no-
Eagles game.
Listen,
Cost
as much as
$1,300.
I love Drake, I blame him for this. Drake denormalized everything through records. He would say we can't take the girl to.
Yeah, the suite.
that's true.
We
He
can't take her
did.
to the
He
suite.
was-
I can't take her anywhere no more.
Benny
Drake.
Hanna,
Front-
I can't take her
Yeah.
anywhere. Everywhere I take
I
her.
can never serve her steak, oxtails.
do
Like,
anything. Now, yeah, that's a new one,
The
right?
new one,
The oxtails.
I'm
We
tired of
eat
eating
oxtails
oxtails.
every day.
for
I
oxtails.
can't even put on
Yo,
first class trip no more.
We're not Drake.
Oh, man.
I am Drake.
He said, I am.
I am.
She just wanna party.
So is it stuck and stupid for now? This is not all women, but there's a lot of women that feel like this. If you
Yes,
put them,
this is crazy.
if you take them to
It's
these
internet
top 10,
women.
top 20 places, is that a stuck and stupid thing to feel? First of all, some of these places are like Cheesecake Factory's money. Like, stop. Money's this to me. If your bill's over $100,
yeah,
it's crazy. You're going crazy in that restaurant.
Yeah.
So do you think it's like no, seriously? I'm serious, bro. Anything
Yeah,
over
just two
100?
people.
No, seriously. Because remember, you got
I
a
know.
tip.
That's what I was asking you
You got a
about.
tip.
I was asking you about how you make it over 100 cheesecake.
Hey, and the episode of Corey not tipping, that's a whole.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
No,
he didn't say he didn't
We're
tip.
not gonna thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
he
about to
didn't
say
say
we
he didn't
gotta go
tip.
there.
No, I'm not gonna do him like that. That's get off him. What's up?
We will
okay.
talk. Here's what I'll say. Then we'll move on from that. If we do that episode, we're gonna go really deep into the history of why tipping started from racism.
Yo.
But anyway, I digress. Here's what I would say. The list is stuck and stupid. But you're stuck and stupid if you believe the listener. Here's why.
Facts.
You're stuck in the internet and you believe that
that's
the things on the internet is what happened in real life.
Toxic.
Please
None
don't
of
do that.
most women out here, they don't care if you. It depends on the girl, right? You can take a girl from East Texas who grew up in the sticks and take her mudding in the back in the big truck, bro. She's gonna think that's the best first date of all time,
Facts.
right? You can take somebody who is a movie lover to go see one of their favorite movies that's coming out,
Greatest
and
thing
they're
ever
gonna be like,
did.
"This is the great," because he was so thoughtful. He didn't probably even like the movie, but he wanted to go see it with me.
My wife and I used to go to Wendy's every day for lunch, and I knew I was gonna marry her because she would eat her food and she would put her finger in her mouth when she eats food like this. I said, "This girl's imperfect like me. We eat weird.
So you married her because you chose Wendy's.
We're at Wendy's, bro, eating. She had onion breath. I had onion. You know what I'm saying? There's something about
Right?
it.
No, I took Katie bowling, and I
Bowling's expensive, bro.
I took Katie bowling and we went to go eat, and then it was a 30-minute drive to get there and a 30-minute drive to get back. And we spent time in the car listening to music and talking. And so I learned so much about her competitive spirit, but how she acts in public. When we went to go eat, she ain't eat all dainty. Let me get a salad.
That's
She
what
was
I'm
like,
talking
hey,
about.
let me get this, and that. I was like,
need
I'm
it.
rocking with that. In the car, we was rocking with the same music and laughing. So we had time to spend together in the car. A date is just about getting to know you. So if you are believing in this list,
Crazy.
you're wild. You're
And
stuck in
you are
stupid.
stuck.
to clean it
and
up. To
stupid.
clean it up, that was not my wife and I's first date. I'm just saying I knew. I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to
I'm about
marry
to say,
her.
whoa.
No,
yeah.
that was
for
not our
sure.
first date. I just knew from Wendy's.
What's the men
5 for
list?
5.
They want us to take them skydiving first date.
I don't know what. At this point, they want us to get on the E-line.
They watched
bus.
the Bachelor too much.
I'm just saying, like, I ain't gonna lie.
That's a home visit. That's a home trip.
When I did see that list, I really, like I got offended because I would take you to a Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
that is my
there's
date.
a few
So
places.
that really
so
hurt my
many
feelings,
places.
and they put it number one.
I felt like when I listen to Drake and he tells me I can't do certain
The
things.
ambiance in there is nice. They got the lights down low.
Yeah.
That brown bread hit the table.
Yeah, bro.
Brown bread touch.
Look at all
Hey.
that French. Look at all the French artwork around there.
That meatloaf gas. Let's not. We can keep going.
I
I'm
ain't
not
never
going
had
to. I'm not
meatloaf,
going to
bro.
Cheesecake Factory to order meatloaf.
Me order meatloaf. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
What do you order for Cheesecake Factory?
like, bro, that's
Anything
like
but
chicken and
meatloaf
biscuits?
is too basic of
Bro,
a
all
food
the
item
pastas?
for me.
All the
all the
pastas?
pastas, all the other dishes.
all the Alfredos for the Alfredo girls?
You're going to Cheesecake Factory for Alfredos.
We're
Bro,
not
the
going for
Alfredo girls?
meatloaf.
No.
Meatloaf.
We're going for the loaf and the meat.
meatloaf.
Whoa.
Yo,
Loaf
TV
meat.
time out.
Come on.
Hey,
Hey,
yo.
next Stuck is I'm going crazy with the. But
Yeah,
so,
y'all wild on that
what
one.
about you on the list? J-Word, we got to
Is it
hear
stuck
it.
and
What's
stupid
up?
or what?
What's
What
Bro,
you-
I think it's stuck and stupid. At the end of the day, I hate to say this, I'm a piggyback off of Corey, but like when I tell you, it is so much more important to do something that
It's
the
intentional.
other person loves, but it's more importantly that it's intentional.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
for me, when you said that, like reverse roles. If someone took me on a date and they took me to the movies, as a movie goer, I literally go to the movies every week. So if you're gonna take me to the movies, take me to a movie I wanted to see. Heck, take me to a movie that I've already seen, but you wanted to go see it with me.
That's it for you.
That's fire to me.
Bro, one of the best gifts I've ever got in my entire life was bought at an airport.
There you go.
What was it?
It was Katie was traveling and she saw a script of Get Out. Jordan Peele had a script of Get Out, and it was in like a small book form.
Yeah, that's
That's
real
G.
detail.
pretty
That's
dope.
really
Bro,
detailed.
and-
Yeah, you can't get
and
no pressures in that.
I don't maybe cost $15, maybe. She brought that mug home. I take it everywhere. It's like in my bag, bro. I mean, that's my
Shout out
like
to
leisure
Katie.
reading, or whatever. The
Yeah,
point is intentionality. We feel the same, and so do you. If you start getting caught up in all the superficial stuff, as would the internet would tell you to do,
Crazy.
because the internet gonna tell you, yeah, you shouldn't do this. Men are stupid. Men don't do this. Men, they're gonna tell you all of these things, and if you're gonna follow the internet into the depths of your own shame. Get off the internet. What they say? Go touch some grass
Yes.
and get around some other women. Also, this is not only for women. This is also for men and everybody else.
Straight up.
Stop getting relationship advice from people who are not in relationships.
Or
Ooh.
just putting yourself in,
That's going around
getting
big right
getting
now.
advice from people who are not in the territory.
In the
you're in.
territory that you're in.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't
right.
really
Because some
matter,
people give you bad relationship advice.
Yeah.
Stick in the lane that you are. It's like we're sports. If you know everything about basketball and I'm a football player, I'm not gonna ask you about football stuff. But I may ask you how to get your feet better. You know what I'm saying? We know footwork. Just know who you're talking to, because some of these people are giving you terrible advice and you're trying to be like them. It's not gonna work out.
And with that terrible advice, that basically means you're toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're on the topic of toxic, do you think it's toxic? First of all, do you think it's stuck and stupid? Since we're on stuck and stupid, do you think it's stuck and stupid to date a coworker at work? First of all, he's obviously got to have a job to be taking these girls on that list.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean?
Apparently
But
not.
Apparently not. You don't have a job. No, but
won't have
seriously, like dating coworkers at work is a thing because you're with this person a lot.
Yes.
Like even if it's
More than your spouse.
yeah, seriously, like, you're with them every day. They make you laugh. Sometimes they got the skirts on. You get a panty show every once in a while.
Yo!
Whoa.
HR.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
HR
No,
immediately.
but sometimes they don't even know they're doing it.
Nah,
But
I
anyway,
don't
seriously.
follow any of this.
Yeah, get to the point.
But but seriously, it gets kind of crazy in there. But no, is it kind of crazy or is it stuck and stupid that dating coworkers at work? First of all, would y'all even do that?
I mean, I
Have you done
found my wife at work. So,
Whoa.
she was
So
my
you stuck
boss.
and stupid?
Yeah, a little bit. Nah, at the time, like I always tell the story, everything was very platonic, because she was in a relationship. I was doing what I was doing. So, like, it was never nothing like that. I always knew
Y'all weren't dating, but you knew.
I always knew in the back of my head, like, if he ever got caught up slipping, and I was available.
Sliding in, boy.
Because I
Slide
always
in,
loved her. I
slide
just
out.
always did from the beginning. But she was my boss for like a month. And then we ended up being coworkers. And we would go to lunch every day, just chopping it up on some just normal chopping it up. And I grew to love her. And now we have children and we're married.
Kids with your boss.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that people are completely stuck on stupid things like that happen. I've seen it happen in corporate space. I've seen it happen in non-corporate space. You're with this person a lot of time of the day. And if you're in a vulnerable state enough to want to date someone, maybe you find it in this pool of people that you work with every single day. I don't find that crazy. But how you behave in in a professional sense while dating that person. Now that's where it gets.
That's where it gets. I'm
toxic.
about to say it's not. I don't think
Levels.
the premise is stuck and stupid.
No, it's the behaviors.
It's what can happen. It can be very. You can be very stuck and you can be very stupid in dating your coworker. Like, especially if there's any type of power dynamics, if there's any type of favoritism that you may show, like I mean, they got whole shows. Grey's Anatomy ain't nothing but dating your coworker.
I love Grey's.
The whole show. I mean, then running whip steps here and there, 10 blade, and then dating the coworkers, right? That's the entire show. I mean, I put up some stats and stuff in here too. It makes the most sense. You spend a lot of time with these people. You may find yourself falling in love with these people or said people. Yeah. But you can get real caught up once it starts getting into the
weeds.
Let's start talking the way we're talking home here.
Right?
No, I was looking at you remember when Jeremy pointed at me? The 40% have cheated
Yeah.
on their current partner with a coworker.
Bruh, episode.
That's
Well,
crazy.
I
who's
did not point to people who could.
cheating. Well, pointing right at me.
Stuckies.
Y'all, you just so happen to be right in the same.
No, that's a
range.
crazy stat. Talking about 40% of the people who were
crazy.
polled that cheated on their current partner with a coworker.
Coworker.
I mean, it's not really that crazy when you think about it, right? Like you're around. The hardest part about being in a relationship is being in the relationship. The easiest part in getting some scratch outside, like everybody want it.
No, the craziest stat there for me, this is funny because I feel like y'all gonna feel me on this one. It's a 50% report flirting with their coworker. So that literally means
Half.
if y'all in a relationship, one of y'all lying.
Yeah, that's
One
crazy.
of y'all flirting. Don't lie. One of y'all flirting. Say
Somebody out
50%.
there. Unfaithful
Flirting
love.
can also be it's perception, right?
Hey man.
100%. It can definitely be.
No, it can definitely be perception. Meaning,
talk.
here's
I'll
what I put it like this.
I don't perceive.
I'm a very nice guy. I'm a very nice guy, as we all are. We're good men.
Yeah.
And like we would go open a door for people and stuff like
right.
that. And people may see those. Look, you ever seen the trend on TikTok talking about that's a body?
Yeah,
You see the trends? Like if you ever open a door for another girl, that's a body. If you if you took your shirt off or jacket off to
that's
give
a
her
body.
that's a body. But we would do that because we're gentlemen. That's how we were raised, right? Other people may construe that as being like, oh, this person's flirting with them. I've had that happen 1,000 times. Like, I don't like this person at all. I'm just trying to be nice.
I just literally opened
Yeah,
the door.
the way that the way you were standing was a little flirtatious. How the hell I stand flirtatious?
Especially with women,
I don't
women
see you
giving
laugh like that.
women giving any guy attention, saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like any kind of like I've been in a situation where a woman's like just said hey to me or talked to me out the blue. I was like, man, maybe that's my shot. You know what I mean? So I've been, I could tell.
No,
the
I
truth.
feel
It
you.
is
No,
what it
no,
is.
no.
You feel
And that's
me?
how a lot of men feel. A lot of like guys feel.
Like, what you talking to me for? That big old booty. You know?
We love having you here because this is how a lot of men think.
Seriously,
This is
yeah.
how a lot of
seriously.
guys
That's
think.
right.
Yeah,
There's a lot of guys think. Well, we had to get out of that.
yeah. Straight up, you got to.
We had to get out of that because we
Straight up.
get in bad situations because of that.
Gotta grow
Just
up.
because somebody talks to us don't mean they want us.
It literally just means they
Gotta
said
grow
hi.
up.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
it.
Seriously, I'm
We be
serious.
thinking
Like that's how
that
I was
we the
growing up.
price it up. No, that's what I'm saying.
that's how people
but that's
are,
how we
yeah.
were taught to in our culture.
Our uncles.
Right?
And, yeah.
Everybody. I mean, the media, everything. They
Everybody.
come up and talk to you, or they must want you. And so that's how we think we are in our head. We think we way finer than what we are. People just saying hello. But same goes for the opposite. Like, I'm just talking to you. I don't.
Yeah, what if she woke
Until
up
you
that
get
day and
embarrassed. Until you get embarrassed. I know that's where you're at.
Until you get that rejection.
Yeah, it's I've not
Yeah,
rejected
that's
plenty
it.
of
Look,
times.
I
then
tell you
learn.
this, bro. I'm of the complete opposite spectrum of this.
You would
These
never.
numbers. I literally fully like go to this panel of I refuse to even think about it. I can cut off all emotion, any thought process. If you work with me, you are 100% off limits from day one. I don't even like question that. I don't cross that line. I don't even look at you a certain way. Period. Point blank. I don't have now how other people perceive that. That's on them. But you will never come to me and be like, "Oh, I think you're cute." I'm sorry. Because it's not me. But I have the ability to detach emotions on a lot of things. So I don't mind being very quick to be like, oh, work. I'm not going to risk my job, my livelihood for some bonehead, whoever that is, right? So I'm not going to do it. So cut off. Like the second you are hired, you sign the contract, off limits.
I mean, that's noble.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
That's not what
I'm not obviously, it doesn't say it about
Numbers
me.
never
It just
lie.
says it about
Germ on the other side of the contract.
as I am on a
Other
lot of
side of
It's
the
not
contract.
100%.
That's why he went like that. He said he wanted them. He
Yeah,
didn't like
yeah.
that stat. They said 50%.
I can just see how,
Yeah,
from a psychological standpoint, from a human development standpoint, I can see why. Because we fall in love for the most part. There's obviously chemistry and physiology involved, right? Like your pheromones attracted me and stuff like that. But for the most part, we fall in love with people, and we decide to love people. I wouldn't say fall in love. We decide to love people who we spend the most time with. Mm-hmm. So it's not, and people start to even look better. Yeah, you've probably been with somebody before where, like, when you first saw them, they weren't nothing, but then by the time y'all was dating, they're like the finest thing in the world. Yeah, because the exposure to them changes how they look in your own mind. Because you consider more things than just their physical appearance. Yeah. So I can see why people get into relationships or find the love of your life might actually be at your job.
100%.
No, seriously, I know.
Then they won't be my
You don't know
love.
unless you flirt.
Yeah, seriously, I know. Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Do me a favor, bro. Turn your microphone a little bit more up.
Whoa.
No, like the whole bar. Take the entire bar. Like,
TV timeout.
Yeah, there you go.
TV timeout.
YouTube, y'all see him on the mic. Hit that subscribe button.
You see what's going on? This is a punch moment.
Yeah.
Hey.
Whoa.
My God. Hey, make sure you put that audio at the bottom. I love it. Yeah, no, that's insane.
Okay, Writers Guild. Press next. We need you on this, baby.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you need to go ahead and get straight up in that thing.
I got you. Basically, what you put was, is it stuck and stupid for people to complain about what they signed up for, right? What we're specifically talking about, the strike between the Writers Guild and the Screen Actors Guild and stuff like that. So if you do not know, if you're new here, the Hollywood industry is an industry. There are filmmakers, and other filmmakers are production companies and distribution deals and everything else. And then you have the work for hire, right? Which are the writers and the screen actors. So the screen actors are people who you typically know, you see them on the screen, and the writers may be people you never see. So they work in tandem. The writers have their own union, the screen actors have their own union, and sometimes it's a little bit of overlap because they do both jobs. Now, earlier in the year, both groups went on strike. Recently, the writers, they got their deal with the companies.
Good.
So they got their deal.
Shout out to the writers.
About time, baby. Yesterday already did that.
And they pretty much got everything they wanted.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah. They
benefits and all the stuff.
They pretty much got everything they wanted. So shout out to them, which means the screen actors will probably get something very similar to get what they want. But I think it also makes sense why Netflix just upped their price. We'll get to that a little bit later. Is it stuck and stupid for them to complain when they signed up for what they were supposed to get? I will let y'all go first before I put in my input. So they went on strike. They got what they got. The screen actors haven't yet. But is it really basically is it stuck and stupid to strike? Because GMC right now on strike.
Yeah, UAW altogether.
Yeah.
They're moving right now.
I was about to say, me personally, I thought it was stuck and stupid until they won. So I'm gonna say on both. Like it's stuck and stupid and it's stuck and right. Or stuck and whatever stuck is, you know what it is.
Stuck
but no, seriously, because like you signed up for it, but at the same time, like me saying that they signed up for it also means that strikes are available. Like in other words, like, hey, if they signed up for it and this is what they signed up for, this is what they're supposed to get paid, that also means, well, since they're part of a union, people do strike. That's just that's nature. So them signed up for it, they get paid no money. That's nature. So it's striking. So when I look at it like that, it's like, dang, well, they're supposed to strike anyway. That's what unions do. You have a history of people striking anyway. That's regular life. So when I look at it like that, it's like, okay, cool, but I'm a capitalist. I don't have time for it. At the end of the day, you know what you signed up for. That's not my problem. At the end of the day, when you write for stuff, being a capitalist, I don't hire somebody to not see more money. I hire them to get more money and to pay them peasant money. I know that sounds bad, but that's just what it is. I don't build a house to pay somebody $20,000 when I'm a capitalist. I can go pay somebody $5,000 to go build that house. So, and knowingly that, hey, when I built that house and that house is done, I can sell that house and make more money than what I paid them because I'm a capitalist. That's what business is. Then on top of that, I feel like the writers just didn't understand, like, hey, you're just one person of this big machine. What about the person over there? Even though, hey, I'm in a private jet because I run this business. I started it. I didn't sleep. I have the blood, sweat, tears. I have the brick and mortar. I pay the electricity. No, seriously, I pay the electricity. I pay the writers.
Yeah,
I pay
we had this conversation because we were talking about likeness.
Yeah, 100%.
That was the conversation.
And that's business. And like I said, I mean, like it's sad that I have to choose that way. I mean, I am 50-50, but in my capitalistic heart, I got to choose business because that business is more important than that. I know this sounds crazy, but I've owned a business. So that business is going to, if I did it right, it would have been way around longer than me.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, it's bigger than just that. That union, how many people are in the Writers Guild? We'll just say 10,000. Well, there's 50,000 more employees that got to get paid too. So again, it's like, you're just, I know that's long-winded. And like I said, I'm 50-50. I'm with the Writers Guild. Don't ever get it twisted. Like, I'm happy y'all got your money. Don't ever, y'all are a big part in this.
But you're saying you see the business side.
I'm just more of the business.
Right.
Like, I'm 60% business, 40% like, man, bro, hold on. Like, this is the Writers Guild. Pay them people. Like, without them, we ain't got Ozarks. We ain't got these great shows. Like, seriously, the actors really, to me, the writers are more important than the actors. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not a writer or none of that stuff. But I think writing is hard, bro.
No, it's very hard.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that acting, bro, acting, I've heard, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan said that some actors don't even act. Like, they just go line for line. Yeah. Like, somebody just tells them their line, they say the line, they say cut.
Yeah, that's right.
So, to me, in writer, you got to write something that you can't even see.
Yeah.
That
bring
is
that emotion out of it.
So that's why I said I don't ever get it twisted. I know the importance. Again, I'm sorry for being long-winded, Stuckies, but that business side is like, bro, there's a bigger picture, bro.
Yeah, I think to me it's about I'm 50-50 too, because I too believe in just having an idea and then bringing some people along and employing them to do that, to spread that idea, whatever that looks like. One of the conversation points that we were making earlier, just so we can bring people up to speed, was that I'm a human first. So if there's things that are changing in the environment that allow me to maximize my face and my likeness more, and you're not allowing me to do that, that's a problem. So I understand that part of it, being a human. But I also want to say it's tricky. Then we need to define likeness.
Yeah.
Because, okay, we were talking about the Black Ink situation where he was talking about, he was talking about how the network made $1.2 billion in ad money
off of his
show. They barely got 1%. None of the Black Ink artists, which, again, the human part of me understands the strife. You're looking at all that money thinking, wait, I was attached to something making that much money?
100%.
I get it. But at the same token, that likeness that we know you for, though, yes, it is your face, it's your voice, it's your acting, it's all those things. It was edited
100%
and put out on a network that was owned by someone because they 40, 50 years ago put in the work to have a network, to have you come on to that network and all of the apparatuses that move that product. So when I say 50-50, I understand a business. You're like, well, the likeness is what I told you it was. I created this likeness through my editing and post-production team that I also hired that I have to pay through this process, right? All these contracts we put together. So I understand that. But at the same token, as things shift, if the business is not shifting, then we're not doing good business.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, then you're not doing good business. And at which point we got to talk about the human side. Like, I want to see good business done too. So I understand the business side of it, which is, hey, at the end of the day, this is what's on paper right now. This is what I got for you. This is what, maybe it's not good, but this is what we got right now. Do you want to do this or not? You say, yes, I'm going to do this. It's kind of what it is. But it needs to shift with the environments is all I'm saying.
Wild and out, people should be pissed.
I think this shows that the people will always have the power.
That's right.
And for forever. And this is why.
That's right.
This is what people don't understand. This is my take. And maybe not from being like business savvy or whatever else. One, I've always thought to myself, in such a capitalist society, when will it ever stop?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's always, the
What's the
mindset
line?
is there's always more to get.
Yeah.
So then when does it ever stop? But you always need people to go get it for you. And even if we're talking about, I built this from blood, sweat, and tears, I think some of the most successful businesses, that's the biggest misconception, is that the CEO now or the person who built it didn't get no handouts and they just did it from the mud. When most likely, at least in America, you know they came froms.
Yeah, they got hired.
And the workforce didn't. So when you talk specifically about the Hollywood, I won't say agenda, but the Hollywood industry, the driving force are the people who we see and the people who are writing the stories. Right. So the main strike came, I signed a contract that said, I get residuals for this, TV residuals, da-da-da-da. And then there's 3 different things that came into the game that instead of when they came into the game of you coming to the drawing board to negotiate what's going on, because this is different, You didn't say nothing, so now we have to negotiate for ourselves. One was streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And because you recognize, here's the capitalist in it, you recognize that we didn't do a deal for streaming because streaming wasn't around when we signed this contract. So I don't really owe you nothing.
That's right.
So I'm gonna take my right.
Yeah.
But then you recognize, okay. One, I honestly think Netflix doesn't show their numbers because they flood in their numbers. That's just me.
Of course they are, yeah.
And the whole thing will crumble. It's like a Ponzi scheme.
Of course it is.
But we can get into that later. Shout out to DJ Envy.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
It's
My bad.
Caesar, bro. It's
Yeah,
Caesar.
that's Caesar.
Caesar salad.
I actually think DJ Envy is a victim, but that's neither here nor there. You got if I paid and signed, or if I signed a contract to do one thing, and then times changed and more things came along with that time, we need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah,
hey, I signed up for this, but things look different now. So let's talk about how the things look different. Mm-hmm. That's the issue I have with these businesses. Do you think these? And then here's how I know you got it, and you're still gonna get it in the end. You made me sit out 4 or 5 months. Mm-hmm. Some of the head CEOs of this company said, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait till they lose their house."
Yep.
Because then they'll sign the contract. Mm-hmm. Right?
That's right.
To give me what I wanted lets me know that what I wanted wasn't actually too much for you to give. It wasn't. It's probably not even scratching the surface. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it wouldn't have nothing.
It's not scratching the surface. So just do that. Just do it. Any employee, if you want to keep us in an employee state of mind and us working for you and giving you all your money and stuff like that, we just want to feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. We want to feel like we're respected. We want to feel valued, even though we may not.
That's right.
So just make us feel that way.
And make a decent living. Awesome.
That's it. Yeah. You can still be fat cash cow. Let's keep it a buck. There's a lot of people who are, quote unquote, eat the rich, but the rich are never going to get eaten in this country unless there's a really big uproar.
No, until we become non-capitalists.
Right. And that's just not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Yeah. So a lot of us are just going to be in the workforce, which means for these businesses, at some point, you will begin to recognize, particularly the bigger businesses, you're nothing without your workforce. So you're going to have to give them something. You're going to have to nudge somewhere. And it's really just a little bit. Stop playing. Stop acting. Like we're taking away everything from y'all. We not. They not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree. I think, though, it's just a slippery slope. It's one of those things like if, again, and I'm not throwing shade. I'm not even trying to play devil's advocate. I'm just trying to understand both sides always, right? We're trying to understand why things exist so we don't have to say that everything's so dark. Sometimes it's not this big conglomerate thing behind things that happen. It's just it just is what it is. And we just gotta, you either accept what these things are and you move inside that space or you don't. And I don't like to be this way because I'm typically not this black and white, but the truth is, who is whomever we're talking about prior to being signed to these big guys? These big guys went out and found that ad space prior to ad space existing and created this machine that we know now to be the entertainment platform. They created the ad space
for sure
way back. But I'm saying, like, they were the creators of that. So if I am acting my tail off since I was 2 years old, writing every single day, and I wrote 75 movies that no one heard.
No, I'm not. But we're talking. So what you just did was go from one extreme to the next extreme.
Well, no, I'm saying. I'm saying that without that medium, like okay. So in other words, I can't crush either side. I can't just crush the corporate side because without that, there is no exposure to anything. We're not even talking about any of these writers.
No, I still think it is. I think the exposure is different. It's not maybe as much exposure. And I think the exposure is different than what it is now. Meaning the vehicles might have gotten bigger. There's more room for people to sit in, but we still had cars.
I'm saying there's no cars if they're not invented.
I mean, what about, like, my thing is this. If we'll say y'all work at colleges. If your college puts up $5 million more next year, do they pay you more money?
That's not guaranteed.
I'm just saying they don't.
Oh,
no.
Some.
No, 100%.
I mean, but I'm just saying, but most businesses, if they clock in more revenue, they're not splitting that revenue or the net profit.
But
that's how you end with high turnover.
You got to have a profit share. So when these guys sign up, you have an opportunity to either go independent or use this wilding out people. So my story with this is wilding out. They get paid, what we say, $50,000 a season?
That was an old number. I'm sure it's higher now. But yeah, at some point it was like 50, 60,000.
Which it's a little bit different. But for me, I'm going to tie it in because they don't have to be on Wild and Out. But because they're on Wild and Out, we know well, DC's different, but a lot of those people, DC is elite. But because of Wild and Out, that structure that they put, well, MTV gave Nick Cannon this structure. You pay them 50, but look at them now.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like we could like we could say the right, like the only reason why I say I'm more on the capitalistic side is because the Writers Guild are in rooms that I'm not in, and even though you put in the work, what about that? What about that being priceless? You walking around with Michael B. Jordan, you could easily just send him a movie.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, but even then, it don't like. I know what you're saying is like you can't. You know what I'm saying? So it makes them valuable to you. But even in the system, it doesn't work like that, right? You can't. If you put out a movie, this is how much they own of everything. If you put out a movie that does not have their backing, or is not a part of the guild, or is not a part of the academy, it gets nothing.
That's right.
Not because they created it, so to speak, because it may have already been created, as we know from a lot of Black inventors, but the other people had the money to be able to silence the smaller ones.
Oh, no, there's predatory acts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
100%.
it's just very, so for me, even when you're saying that, it's like the way and this is just me thinking that the world is just a good place and I would like for it to be here.
Right.
I know it's not, but my point is this is how you get the disgruntled employees, because this is how we see it. All you had to make this year was $100 million, but you made $600 million, right? And you didn't even consider giving us a piece of that?
We didn't know we were going to make it.
But no. You didn't know you were going to make it.
You projected that, but that don't mean that you're going to make it.
No.
That's a business.
No, for sure. You projected that, right?
What about all upfront costs?
No, hold on. Would you ever project something if you didn't know what your upfront cost was?
Absolutely. Yeah, you project 100%. It happens every year. That's what business is.
What I'm saying is...
So you're thinking, I'm talking, most people are budgeting out years.
Yeah,
right?
and then you come back on budgets, though.
Right, no, 100%. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying you have thought about your overhead and everything else when you structure your own budget. So you're thinking, okay, this is what it is. It may get to. This is what we're hoping it gets to, right? We may even fall a little bit short, but we got to see.
Yeah.
If you went that high, and I'm just using this as like an arbitrary number, 100 million, you were thinking we get here and we made it to 600. What was the reason why you made it to 600?
My thing is this: if you're a business and that's your only show, I get it. But I also got a million other shows, a million other projects that 600 could cover another show. So again, if I'm really thinking projection, I have to protect that too. Or I don't have that funds that they're asking for is the funds I might have to save for other projections. Don't I need more shows? I need more content. I remember this person might not be Kevin Hart's writer. I got to pay this dude $50 million over here.
I got to keep up that $500 million.
Because there's another show that I probably pumped $200 million maybe 10 years ago that because that writer is not on the business side, they don't know that.
Yeah.
So since they don't know these books, 600 might seem 600 million to them. But I own the business.
But don't you think
$600 million might be $1 to me?
An easy way to do that would be a little bit more transparent with that?
They are. They're public. These companies are public, though. These companies are public.
No. And even with them being public, we're talking about so shout out to one of the universities I used to work at. They were very upfront with their budget. Like everybody knew.
Yeah, same thing with Verizon.
Everybody knew what it was, right? Yeah. So when people came to us and like, hey, we really don't have the money. We knew that we had the money.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Do you really believe that when they say they don't have the money, they don't have the money?
No. I'm saying we recognize, we saw where they put their money. Yeah. We saw what they're projecting out in their 20-year plan. Yeah. So when they were saying, hey, we don't have the money, they were coming to us saying, here's why we don't have the money.
For this year.
Right. Here's why we don't have the money. Because just like what you said, I paid $200 million over here to do this. That's why we don't have the money. So it may look like up front I have the money, but we really don't. Those conversations for a lot of businesses aren't happening.
Yeah, they're not happening.
So then you have employees who just see we went from 100 to 600 million. Yeah. How come I'm not getting that money? And then they get disgruntled. Right. I must be. Where's my value at?
And then here's another question because I'm ignorant to some of this. By the way, a lot of just so you writers know, a lot of this is ignorant speak. So are these writers when they're writing for these companies, are they coming in as employees or are they coming in as contractors?
Independent contractors?
No, both.
Okay.
That's both. Stiff. And they have so basically you have to get. As part of the contract, if I'm doing a show, a certain percentage of the show has to come from the guild.
I'm about to say, okay. That's
right?
What I get it.
You and I have made. You're the production company. Yes. Yeah. I am the guild. We've made a deal. It's a players union, whatever it may be. Okay, you got a new show. 70% of my people got to be in the room. Mm-hmm. You can go get the other 30% as independent contractor, but 70% of mine got to be in the room.
So they're like an agency, kind of like a little talent.
Yeah. So in other words, Yeah, because there's some snaky business practices going on.
Now,
100%.
I think to y'all's point again, if they're like the way they should structure, if I did a show, it cost $50 million to do, you got me to write it, it made 600. I believe that writer, like if I wrote Ozarks and we started at 50, you thought you were gonna make 100, but we made 600 million. I need to spread off that 500 million.
But I know, but I'm saying,
And that's what they're trying to get with the residuals.
And I get that, but I'm saying like, man,
I'm just talking about that writer, not the whole guild.
Yeah,
the
no, I
writer
hear
of that
you.
show should
I
get
know,
the
but
royalties.
I'm saying like, how do we
Writers of that show.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
But
Both
that's what
right.
that's what they do. But the whole issue is this right here, and it was genius what the companies were doing. Here's the whole issue: when shows get into syndication or they're doing their reruns and stuff, that's what I signed to get paid for. Every time it shows up on a TV, I get paid.
They cancel,
Right?
They cancel, get
Not
ahead.
even that. What they're doing is stuff like this. Okay, we're not going to actually put it on TV because the TV program is kind of something of the past now. We're going to streaming. But what we'll do for streaming is we're just bundling a price. We'll lease the rights to the show to you for 6 months at this price, right?
After that, you got to come with
But
it.
if you watch the show 20 times,
You're only getting paid.
you're only
for
getting
one
paid
watch.
once off of that. And the studio's taking their cut. So you only got paid one time. The studio, you watched it 20 times. The studio gave you one cut, and they took the other 19.
So what I'm saying to you is that deal was made. Is all I'm saying.
But not with.
But not
No,
with the.
no,
yeah.
I know. So hear me out. And this now we're full circle moment. The deal was made like that. They knew, the business knew, I'm going to have Corey fall in love with this movie so much that he's going to come home and watch it once a day for 2 weeks straight. But I also know that I offered this person a check for this much amount of money, and they, with their legal team, took it. So if
there's legal teams.
I have a likeness that I'm creating through the whatever machine that I've created, Netflix, whatever that looks like, I've created your likeness to be put out the way it looks. Every time you see that red N pop up, that was my logo. But you see what I'm saying? Whatever writing you did, whatever acting you did, fantastic. That dum, that's me. So you're okay. I'm gonna go take this likeness and make money, and I want you to do the same. I want you to go over here and have your TED Talks. I want you to go do your talking off my name, by the way, because people only know you because I'm about dum. But hey, go do your TED Talk. Go do your whatever. Go get your commercials. Go whatever the heck. Now, to your point, if there's people, and again, I'm sure there's companies doing this where they're pinballing you, so you can't go do those things.
Right.
That's where it gets tricky, and this is why the strikes work and they're necessary.
I think they're snaking
No,
them.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
If Netflix and Hulu and them stayed as just middlemen, right? Like they stayed as services, like the blockbusters, right? We don't make the movies, but we'll take your movies and distribute them out to people for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
They started then their own production studios, which then put them in the fold of the Hollywood industry.
But that was a choice that they made to,
Right.
off their likeness.
No, right, but even off their likeness or not, now now you're moving into the Hollywood rules, which means before you didn't have to pay for the if I rent a DVD and watch it 20 times, you just pay for the rent. Because I'm not like a part of the industry. That's a deal you made. You made a deal in the industry, right? When you insert yourself in the industry, now you got to go by the industry rules. No, you come up off the check because you put on your platform and people are watching it over and over and over, and you're not showing me your numbers.
I don't know.
Son.
Yeah, that part's weird. But
If
you're
you
right.
said streaming was not counted, isn't that the problem then? Because if they're gonna stop doing the syndication, say if you had Martin on BET, well, I'm gonna say F that. I'm gonna take Martin from BET and move him to Netflix because you can't get that bag over there.
Yeah.
That's
that the problem?
exactly what. Yes,
That's what they're
doing. That's what I'm saying.
Because
That's what
now, if
they've been
Netflix
doing,
was
though.
considered syndication, that would be different. But since they're
But it's
not,
not.
it's considered streaming,
They're
you
just
have
passing the
to
buck.
you have
Right,
to
they're
change
just
the laws
passing
on
the
that.
buck. And that's what I'm saying.
That's
But
snake.
from a business standpoint, I understand why you would try to do that.
Yeah,
like,
but you found a loophole.
you found a loophole.
Yeah, you
So
found a
you're gonna
loophole,
keep, and then you use the loophole until the people figured out, hey, hold on, bruh. You using the loophole, and you cutting
That's
me
why I
down.
like the strike, though. That's why I like the strike. That's why I like the strike.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just business. So that's why I'm like, it's not really stuck and stupid. It's just like you said, the
If you caught it on the first day, you were doing good business.
you would have
too.
did it the same thing.
No, you were doing good business too.
Yeah.
If I did something on the first day because I caught the loop, because by the way, that's what you're trying to do with any business. You're trying to maximize. You're trying to scale.
But the
And-
$3 checks, cuz.
No. That's wild. No.
$3, that's a lot.
I want to make sure this is extremely clear. I support the writers.
Okay.
I support
$3,
the
that's
writers.
foul,
I
boy.
support the writers. Pay these people. This is crazy. All I'm saying to you is there is a part of this where because again, we're getting people unstuck.
Right.
So we don't want this same problem in 20 years to pop up
100%.
because we're not talking about this stuff.
You got to be well versed in the business.
You understand what I'm
Read
saying?
the
You
fine
have
print,
got to
baby.
know
You gotta be
behind
well-versed
closed
in the
doors when you're sleeping, these people are
Yes.
up having these
And
conversations with these lawyers.
when new things pop up, you got to learn about the new things.
That's right.
Because Netflix came on the scene and people weren't thinking about how it was going to change the movie industry. Meaning the actors and stuff like that.
Blockbuster didn't even change.
They didn't think that you would be going to a Netflix campus or Netflix studio to film a movie that would be a Netflix original.
Never thought
That
that.
never, no, that didn't
Crazy.
cross
That's
no
crazy.
actor's mind.
At all.
But we got there. You remember back in the day, you had to order Netflix through the mail and they would
Yep.
send it to you.
That's right.
Really?
Now they make it, yes, bro.
So that's
I
what
thought
I'm
that was
saying.
Redbox.
So in the same breath, this is thank you for full circle. We're right back. So are you saying that the first red box was really Netflix? You remember back in the day, they were the first red box. You sent them a little cake and
I
they
didn't
seen that
even know that.
DVD, remember? And sometimes it'd be like somebody, it was a wrong DVD or whatever. They had their little growing pains. So you're saying that once they moved on to the red box format, which is just their way around Blockbuster. Because remember, Blockbuster was the monopoly. There was no
but
other rental.
they wanted to figure out how can we get to people without them leaving their house.
And guess what?
Right.
What they used was a loophole.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, wait a minute. I mean, we got to pay shipping. It's going to be more expensive. We're only going to make $5 a DVD.
And in the end, they put Blockbuster out.
But my point to you is all they did was find a loophole to maximize and scale to the next level and moved out and became a new part of the
Well,
industry.
I don't consider that a loophole. I just think it was a
workaround.
different
That was
route.
just
It
life.
wasn't even a
Like, they
workaround.
was-
It
it
was
was
a
just-
different route.
it
It
was
was
just-
like, okay,
yeah.
I saw that it's like food trucks.
Yeah.
Okay, you had a brick and mortar to sell your food.
Yeah,
Hey, I
wow.
just figured I could sell
Okay,
food in the
Who
car.
wants to
losing
walk up to a
profit share.
movie slot?
I'm losing profit. Hey,
You know,
perfect
like-
segue. I'm losing profit share because the price is going up and everybody's complaining. How do I make my profit share back that I promised to my
Raise the
stakeholders?
price?
No.
Oh.
Everyone's complaining about their prices raising.
Yeah, you don't
Right?
give a damn when you don't care.
Yeah, everyone's complaining. And so much so that they stopped. I lose subscribers every month. I'm sure Netflix has not put that out there to your point. I'm sure they're not being truly
Yeah,
transparent.
they're not gonna
about
show
that.
No,
the
they're
docs.
not.
They're losing subs.
They try to say that they went up after they put the password.
They're losing subs.
thing on.
Okay, you probably are
Lies.
doing better at what I already know how this works. The KPIs and metrics. I already know what y'all doing. You're losing subs, but what you're doing is you're fighting the fraud. So because you're fighting the fraud, it's boosting that number. We let's keep it a buck. You're losing subs, right? So you're losing subs. You got to keep the profit margin because you told all these people in February that spend money with you. I got you. Remember, we're public now. I got you.
Public.
We're gonna drive that number from $72 to $73.
100%.
But so what do? You have to pay the shipping and just only make $5. You have to come up with a way around this. Oh wait, I see streaming over there. I can bundle this up like a
I don't know
debt.
when they went public though. Were they always public from the?
No, they
No, they went public like.
It was like
That's
recently.
what I'm saying. I think they went to. So some of those things are like that's a pivot and not a loophole.
Well, to me, it's a
loophole
That's,
is
that's
like-
actually good. I like that. That's
You
a
know what I'm
pivot on
saying?
the
It's a
loophole. I
pivot.
like that.
Okay, you saw that your business plan and it wasn't working.
so that's
but
what I'm
you
saying.
had to
So this
pivot.
not a pivot then? Is
No.
bundling
This
debt?
was an exploitation. This
yeah.
was a-
using good debt for
Yeah,
the
they
full-
used something. They
exploitation.
took advantage.
Yes, this was
That's-
exploitation.
they
Not a pivot.
went over to somewhere that they knew that
they
these people
knew
didn't have
that you
no
were not gonna
money.
have nothing. I'm gonna get the most out of it. You can't say nothing until we do a
100%.
new deal.
Yeah. And they
So-
knew Netflix wanted Martin. They knew Netflix wanted all these shows, bro.
Right, and
Like,
Netflix is
come
sitting
on.
back. Netflix is the one. They're the only streaming company
They
besides.
got market share probably.
Listen, no, this is crazy. They're the only streaming company that's in the black. Besides, I think Hulu, right? But the thing about Hulu is owned by Disney. So
Your money's always
didn't know
there.
that.
that money's gonna always be. Hulu's getting pulled up.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
Hulu
Disney
good
conglomerate,
now, baby.
right?
Always.
It's getting pulled up by the Hulu conglomerate. So if we're really just talking about individual basis, Netflix is the only streaming service that is in the black.
And that's the point, man. And I guess it's when you're in desperation like that, constantly. I mean, remember Amazon for years
I
was
don't
losing
fault.
money.
To me, out of all of this, I do not fault Netflix.
No, yeah.
Netflix did everything they could to be like, I'm scaling my business up.
Yeah.
The only issue that they messed up in was when they folded into. They said, "Hey, we can make our own. We got so much money now. We can start making our own. We can be a production company." And
Yeah, they
that's
go
where
crazy.
they got caught
Giving
up.
out them big checks to Adam Sandler, Kevin Hart's, and
Right,
they getting big
Dave
bags,
Chappelle's.
boy.
But think about it. They changed that too. They changed comedy, stand-up comedy. They made a lot of pivots, which was great. But once they did that, you then alerted everybody else to say, "Hold on, now if you're a production studio, then that means you got to follow these rules."
No.
Yeah.
And you're not following these rules. How is my show that I've been on, that I wrote, that I did 100+ episodes, which would immediately put me in the syndication?
Yep.
How did it just get picked up on Netflix? And I got a $4 check.
That don't make no
Yeah, it's
sense.
tough.
But that's a good pivot for you to help everybody else get
Let's
unstuck.
get unstuck, man. Let's get unstuck. Let's
Oh,
close
you
it
know
out.
what I'm saying? Listen, I think the word of this episode, let me take my glasses off real quick. It's pivot. You got to pivot everything in life, whether you're Netflix or a writer's guild. They said, hey, we're not getting paid. We're going to pivot. We're going to go on strike. Maybe you're going on a first date. You take her to Cheesecake Factory. She don't want to go. You got to pivot and find somewhere else to go. Or trying to figure out how do you pay or offer to pay in your first date. Sometimes you just got to make the pivot and go with the pivot. Stay with it. You know what I'm saying? Drink your tea, be well, and stay unstuck. Welcome to Corey's Corner.
Okay.
Stuckies.
If it's up,
It's stuck.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?